Salutations to all you folks out there. Once again, we are doing a live stream today instead of me recording videos all by my lonesome because there was a lot of stuff happening and I think it might work out a little bit better this way. We're going to see how it goes this week. Today we're playing Total War, Warhammer, and when we last left this, I was proceeding to get my butt handed to me by a group of orcs to the south. I escaped with my life after being defeated the first time around, and now we're just trying to go on our merry little way. And right now I have a whole bunch of extra income because I have a rather small army. I have lost quite a few units. A few things that I have found out about is the fact that you can combine forces if you have smaller groups of soldiers, and there's a few other things that I've picked up from you lovely people giving me tips in the comments. So definitely hit up the chat. I am watching it like a hawk, and if I see anything that I need to know, I will try my best to implement it. So, on this turn, we need to pick a new route of upgrades, and the last time I was looking at this, I realized that most of the stuff that I'm using is actually up here. So, I need to be going about an upgrade path in this here direction, and let's see. Shielding is always a good thing to have. So I might want to go for... I can't go for interlocking shields. It is locked. And it takes 9 freaking turns. 8 turns. Holy cow. These are some expensive upgrades. I guess I have done all of the cheap ones because I've got 9s and 10s all over the place. That is also an 8. Ick. Okay, we're going to go for O stones because that's going to put us towards all of these things that buff our troops, so that's going to be what we go for. 8 turns away. Holy cow, that's going to take a while. Okay, we do have an orc trespassing on our lands. That would be Azag the Slaughterer. Sounds like a very vicious person. He has got a rather large army to his name as well, although it is not insurmountable and he is at relatively low strength currently. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to recruit some units here. We can only recruit while in the encamp stance or garrisoned. Local recruitment is not available. What stance am I in? I am in March and I cannot come out of it. Does that mean that I have already expended my moves? I think it does. That sucks. So I'm going to have to just close out a turn. Take what comes. Although I should probably assign a skill point first. Okay, so let's see. We should do... Let's do Scarred Veteran. Always good to get our combat skills up. Now maybe we can end the turn. And of course you're going to ransack Skull Rock. I'm going to auto-resolve this one because I have not had much luck recently with the hand-to-hand combat thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna hope for the best. A valiant defeat. So it was close. It was close. We hurt him. We lost all of ours, but he lost over half of his. So that is pretty dang good. He's gonna move back. And we might... Nope, he is not going to have a war out in the wastelands. That is a very depleted army of dwarves right there. Hopefully he does well, because I would hate to have one of our allies fall. What is that? A wailing soul? I would dearly love to know. Azag the Slaughter has ransacked Skull Rock, taking a wealth of 11,000 gold with them. That is a lot of money that I really don't have. And it is affecting public order. This is not good. We've got many things affecting our stuff here. Okay, so let's go to the Mighty Midget Fortress and check in. We are at 100 and we're expecting -3, so that is not going to be too bad. We're actually doing pretty dang well for ourselves. So let's go ahead and recruit. Should we do? I'm still slightly confused. I should probably look up the stats on them. I've got Quarlers. dwarf warriors and longbeards. I know the longbeards are much, much stronger, but I'm not sure that they're worth the cost that's involved with them. I do have a bit of extra gold, though, and a lot of extra upkeep. So I think I'm going to go for 2 units and 2 units. That's going to roll over to turn 2, but that should be fine. So we're going to do that. And you are pretty much at full strength. So you're the one that I need to fight with. I have a full garrison. Let's see how far we can go with you. We're going to go all the way over. And you're just going to kind of stay on this guard over here so that nothing else comes into my kingdom the back way. I think that'll do just fine. Just fine. I don't think I have anything else. Trait gained, aggressor. +1 public order for every concurrent war with a neighboring faction. So I should just become a warlord, basically. Recent events have proved successful. Zamnil has reached rank 6. I'll have to upgrade him in just a moment. Population surplus on the Silver Road. Okay. What should we do here? We're already at level 3 here. We have insufficient funds to go for level 4. And you, sir, are also on level 3. Insufficient funds. And... oh, I'm sorry. I'm clicking on the wrong one. That's why. Still insufficient funds, though. We can't do anything there. You're in the midst of an upgrade, but we can construct something. Should probably go for income because our treasury is hurting quite badly at the moment. Let's do... or I could garrison it. One way or the other. Let's go for a trading depot. I think that's a good thing to run for. Alright. Turn away. What is the Rune Oath of Steel? +15 armor. We've got -2 for magic power reserve. -3 cooldown. +4 armor piercing damage. What is the best path here? Let's go for the... can I upgrade that one again? Okay. I'll take the boost. Alright. This game is such an odd mix of turn-based and real-time. It is very strange. Oh, we have stopped someone on the underway, and our chances are extremely good of beating him. Azag the Slaughterer. He is running away from our lands. You know what? Let's beat the crap out of him. A decisive victory in our favor. I figured as much. I mean, look at all the longbeards we've got under our control. We lost 21 units. That is it. Barely even a scratch. Let's do... yeah, let's execute them. Greenskins don't deserve any better. Johan, hey man, I use OBS to record. OBS Studio, I should say. Okay, where am I at? This is my little colony that I had way down south, isn't it? Karagdron. No, I do not really want to fight this one, and I know that I'm going to lose it, so we're just going to go for that. Decisive defeat, yes, it figures. I have lost Logan Holdfast. Holdfast did not hold fast. Death Pass has risen up against us. They must be swiftly and brutally crushed. Why do I have a rebellion? A rebellion has emerged against the High King. A grudge has been listed. End the rebellion. So crush the uprising in the following settlement. Karagdron. Alright, we're going to have to go look at that. Oh! That is the one. Okay, the one that I just lost. A greenskin mob has sacked a dwarf hold. The rage is deep. This grudge is like no other. Defeat Azag the Slaughterer. That was a successful grudge.
Relations with foreign
Awesome.
powers may be managed through.
I did not mean to click that button. Get out of here. And we have another grudge issued against Karagdron because reasons. Okay. He should by all accounts take the Slayer Oath and go into exile, but we will lose his influence. So diplomatic relations -10 with Barak Var if we make him take the oath. A shameful display, which is probably going to lead to public unrest if we forbid him from taking the oath. But we don't lose the diplomatic relations. Let's forbid him from taking the oath, because that does reference the coming war. And I feel like if we're not going to be at full strength, we probably need to have some allies that are. So let's go that way. Alright, Skull Rock. You have not been ransacked, so that is actually pretty good. We've also got another slot here that we can upgrade. Let's do... We already have one of those. Why not? Let's build a watch room. We've got pretty much everything else locked down. Alright, so that's good. And Mount Squighorn, let's check on you. I can check on all three. I keep forgetting that when I click. Okay.
Ready.
Let us go around the south side over to Karagdron, because I think we'll probably run into less resistance. So let's go for a marching stance and head all the way out as far as we can possibly reach. We've only got 751 in the treasury, which is quite the hit. And we've got one more coming in this turn. I think we should probably go for one more set of long beards. We can definitely sustain it, and we need to get this army as strong as possible. So let's go for that. And we've got another upgrade available. We're definitely going for armor. Definitely all the way. Greenskins on the move. These two guys right here, these are two full-strength warlords. And they're just pummeling the countryside over here. At some point, I'm going to have to engage them. Greenskins have convinced Bloody Spears to join them. Not good for us, but it's not the end of the world either.
Moving. Forward.
March as far as you can, bro. And should we venture forth? Probably not. He is at low strength, though. Can I hit him? I want to know what my chances of winning here are. I wish you could see before you actually march to them. But since his strength bar is so low...
Attack.
Such an action would surely lead to war. As glorious as that is, proceed only if
So this would be
desire
attacking
conflict,
a
my lord.
faction. Let me wait one more turn on that, because I do want to gain a little more strength. So let's see what we can add to this one. Can I add 2 units to it that will not overflow the treasury? I can add... Dang, not any good units. Let's add 1 more grudge tower, because the long range seems to help us out so very much, and we only have 1 in this unit. So we're going to do that. And we have already moved you. Yes, yes. Okay. Another turn. We're going to have to pick another upgrade path after this one, I think. There was only 1 turn left on there. Alright, where are you going? You are also very low on your supplies. Yeesh. I should have attacked last turn. Now I don't have the opportunity. Okie dokie. Let's move once again.
My axe
The distances that I can move seem to be completely random. I'm not entirely sure what this is all about, but we're going to move. We're going to get our butts on over here. We'll declare war on that settlement next turn, and I do not have enough in the treasury. I need to at some point start a 3rd army, but I don't think I'm going to be able to this time around. Researching Oath Stones. Okay. And units recruited. Alright. Everything is taken care of. We shall pass another turn. What? Did I tell you to move there? I must have. Oh, whoopsie daisy. Is this an ally? BRNKoINSANITY. Some of these have the weirdest names. What are my thoughts on the Count? I have not actually encountered the Counts as of yet. Alright, so I have a brutally strong army, but there's actually 2 here. And I do not know what quantity these come in. He's got 90 orc boys with him. Although I have so many longbeards, I think that's irrelevant.
Onward.
Let's just let's just see. Why can I not go forward?
My axe
No
thirsts
stance.
for war.
There we go. I do not have good chances. So I am going to retreat.
Move.
He is probably going to attack me, though. And I already moved. I would have thought that they would not have that much strength, but apparently I was mistaken. Let's see if we can... cannot recruit while in foreign territory, and cannot recruit unless I'm in the encamp stance. Ick. That is problematic.
Foe bearers.
I really wish I had my reinforcements. Ah, he came out of range of his reinforcements. Beautiful. I've got a 50-50 toss-up. I have such a bad track record with the manually controlled battles. I'm going to auto-resolve this one more. Pyrrhic victory. Which means that I lost half of my forces and he lost a little over half of his forces. And we captured 88 enemies, which we're now going to execute. And you're going to run for the freaking hills. That's right. Get out of here. Okay, we need to encamp ourselves and get some reinforcements rolling. Because otherwise we're going to have a bad time. There are 2 full-strength armies on Iron Rock. So I need to be careful about going out too far. Because if I do, I am going to have a very bad time. Very bad time indeed. The ground shakes, the mountains tremble, but this is no earthquake. I hate these. I really do hate these. Where is that located? Far away from me. And good riddance. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a victory on our hands. Lord Sindri has reached rank 3. War is inevitable. Wars, and rumors of wars. It all stays the same. Okay, we're good. We've got 1,300 gold to our name and plus 300 on the upkeep. Let's see if we can combine any of these. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Do I hold shift? There we go. Merge selected units. Yay! 3. We'll merge those. Yes, that reduces our upkeep. I don't want to combine those 3. But I think I can combine those. Yes. Okay, so I have 6 left. How do I get that one over there? Because I have just 6 units in this, and that's kind of pointless. Alright, so those are combined, and all of these remain the same. So, that one is vetted. I wish it would have put them all in the vetted one. That seems a little weird. Just a little weird. Okay, so we're going to move to the encamp stance.
Agreed.
And that's going to regen our units faster, and we can recruit. So we've got 1,300 in the treasury. We can go for some Longbeards, which are ridiculously expensive. Holy hell. I did not realize that the global recruitment was so freaking high. That is brutal. I actually don't want to do that. We're just going to encamp and let our units heal. Shall we recruit a lord? We've got 1,300 and we've got plus 1,200. And it seems like we could begin building the third army and use it to transfer units down south. Maybe? Maybe. Increases total army upkeep by 2%. Total army upkeep will increase by 300, which is basically going to cut one unit out. Plus, it costs 230 upkeep. That is not worth it in my current situation. Let's see what we can use this gold for as far as upgrades. We could do... We cannot do. That requires 4,000. We have to save up some. The other thing we can do is go for grudges. Defeat 3 armies of the undead. Capture and occupy Iron Rock for 500. Carrick Drawn for 500. Not a whole lot that I can accomplish very easily without huge risks. We're going to encamp with you as well, so that you can heal quicker. I think that'll work. And we're going to end a turn after we get an upgrade point. Let's just go for the bases. Bam. And done. Oh no. Oh no, you don't. Freaking A. Get the hell out of here. I don't want... Why you do this to me? That sucks. Holy cow. Well, that's unfortunate. I need to, I'm in the dwarf faction right now. I definitely need to work on how I deploy. I'm not sure all of these different factions have so many different units out and moving. Okay, well. Defeat Azag the Slaughterer. Let's see, recruiting surplus and war fervor. Alright, let's go for that. So we've got 3,000 in upkeep free, and we got 4,000 to work with. And over here, I would love... Okay, we do have that. Let's build minor hold. And once that gets done, we're going to garrison this as well. And I think if we garrison all of these, then we'll be able to move our forces out much more easily and not have to worry about the freaking consequences of people coming and killing us all. We've got 2 more slots that we can fill here. We've got dwarf warriors, we've got longbeards. Let's go for longbeards, because longbeards have seemed to carry us pretty well in battles previous. We're going to do 2 of those. Those will get here in 1 turn. That will not very much affect our upkeep. The idea here is to eventually get back down this way, because if I can get Carrick Drawn and Iron Rock under control, that'll not only open up mining opportunities, but it'll also give me huge rewards for getting all those things together. So that would be nice. At the moment, I don't have any military alliances that will help me. Although now I see we have Azag the Slaughterer in town, ready to rock and roll.
The runes are cast.
Let's go all the way over here. I'm going to get in on Skull Rock. And hopefully, if either one of these guys decide to go a raiding, my combined forces with what's in the town and my mightiest army, yeah, right, it's my only army, in range, I should be able to take care of it. Okie dokie, we've got Retainer's Vows done. No, that is the next one open. Oh, I see what I did. If you go out farther than what your current available upgrade is, it totals up the turns. That makes a lot of sense. We're going to go for volley fire on the quarrelers because I have quite a few quarrelers in my armies. Well, I'm not sure. Interlocking shields could also be useful. And right now, I do have more Longbeards. I'm going to go for interlocking shields because that also does give a melee defense bonus. Okay, so ideally he attacks and I kill freaking Azog the Slaughterer because he has been a thorn in my side this entire time. Yep, down to Mount Squighorn. Dang it. Auto-resolve, decisive defeat. And now that is an orc encampment. It's funny how overnight they can destroy the entire thing and rebuild. Now I no longer own the province, and my treasury will slide. Okay, so we're going to move. I can't attack at the moment. Let's go right over here.
Beards in belts.
And let's go for recruitment. Let's see. We can do
Very well.
3 Longbeards per turn. And we've got 2 Grudge Throwers, and we've got 4 Quarreler squads, and 2 of them are vetted. So that is very, very nice. Still on 1 band of miners, which has not died. I'm surprised they aren't vetted. We should be able to go with that. Longbeards of the Great Weapons. Did I lose? I lost my armory. That's why I can't recruit them. Crap. My armory was over here. Well, that sucks. Alright, we will go in the stronger. An offer of peace from the vampire counts. Their demands, payments, and a peace treaty. Hell no, I'm not paying anything to you. Come attack me if you dare. You've already been dead one time, now you're undead. I'll dead you again. This is currently... Well, it was under one of our allies' control, and now it is no longer. Alright, we're going to attack for all we're worth. We should be able to crush this thing. Oh, Azog the Slaughterer is in the house, but we have greater than 50% chance of winning. So, pretty sure we can get this one easily. A decisive victory. That is exactly what we needed. We lost less. We lost about a quarter of our units. Captured 143. And they took complete and total losses. We're going to win a couple grudges over this one. Alright, I can spoil for 1,000. I have headroom on this. I have headroom on this. We can loot and occupy. Fan-freaking-tastic. 750 to the treasury. We got an enchanted shield. We have regained control of the Silver Road. And we've got another grudge successful. Man, that was a perfect turn right there. That is exactly what we needed. An epic kick in the pants.
Onward!
Alright, we need to rebuild an armory ASAP. Which we cannot, because we need to upgrade. Let's go. 3 turns for that. Got 1 more turn there. Alright, we're hiring another lord. We have surplus gold at the moment, and we need 2 armies. So we're going to recruit... Wait. Daled is already... Where is...
Let us begin.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got it. Alright, you're going to... start up an army here. Let's go for...
Grudges will be
3
settled.
of you right there, and that's gonna take up this turn. Then we need to do at least 1 grudge thrower and 1 quarreler, which is gonna take up the second turn. How much gold do we have? Let's do 2 more longbeards. 3 more longbeards. So that'll be 3 turns out. And that is a reasonably good fighting force. The next thing that we would go for, you know what, let's just go ahead and queue it. Another grudge thrower. Alright. So that's going to be everything. We've completely expended our treasury. And we need to issue a commandment. There we go. And we're going to be minus 22 this turn. But we should be fine. So I'm going to draw taxes for 1 turn. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Of course he does. That's interesting. Forge Fire. And Rune of Oath and Steel. Let's go for that one. End the freaking turn. At least we killed the 1 orc that was giving us the most trouble out of any of them. Like, that is the best thing that has happened to us recently. Uh-oh. We lost income. Minus 15% income from all buildings. Well, that's lame. Why you gotta be like that, bro? Okay, we should... We got 2 left there. We can build here. Can we build an armory? Insufficient funds. Alright, I'm gonna have to sit it out a turn.
The axe thirsts for war.
I would like to get you out of there. Why will you not leave?
By the crutch bearer's will.
Interesting.
It is time.
Okay, we'll figure it out later. Alrighty, guys. That is a good set of turns. I think I'm going to do a little reset right there, and we'll keep on a-trucking in this stream.